Great afternoon. Happy and blessed Wednesday, everyone. For those who are new here, welcome. I'm so happy and blessed that you're here. My name is Catherine Barnett, and I go by Cat Barnett. And this is the Cat Barnett Podcast, episode 69. And I see that I'm showing up really big on Instagram Live. I'm not sure why that's the case. But I look normal here, so I hope it's going normal. Um, but yeah, I hope you all are doing well. And we're going to jump into this episode. I also help women who struggle with confidence in their faith and fitness develop strategies and systems that lead them to gain clarity, direction, and purpose so that they can be fulfilled as they walk in their calling faithfully. And while we're doing this, I'm going to try to see if I can see this live on YouTube just as well because I don't like how it's showing up personally on Instagram. And I'm hoping that okay, cool. So I look great on every other platform. So sorry, Instagram, that has got me blown up, but at least you guys can hear me. So going off of today's episode, it really wasn't even supposed to be today's episode, but it's kind of the events that happened yesterday leading into today where I decided that we need to talk about this because I think people really take it for granted or sleep on, the importance of just being kind, like treating others with kindness, treating others with respect, and just being a compassionate and kind human. And I'll go over like the difference of kind and nice because I don't want to be nice. I want to be a kind person. And then I'll also go over, a few different benefits that if by being kind we can have. And, it's free, talking about it with some of my coworkers today and just how the events that happened. I just was on the phone with the 70-year-old man that was just telling me his whole life story. Never met the guy, but just was telling me his whole life story in 20, 30 minutes. And I think he's an open book by just from understanding that conversation that we had, but also that the whole time I was kind, whereas this man felt comfortable with telling me, his life and wanted to meet me. But we didn't meet yet. But it's crazy that aspired out of just our conversations. But I will say, just in general, whenever I'm kind, whenever I put out good vibes and blessings to other people, they return back to me. So really, I truly believe, you know, we always got to break down, what things are. So kindness is giving your time and attention to someone else through compassion, time, generosity, and care. So showing kindness not only makes the person we are being kind to feel good, but it also helps our own well being. And so the act of being kind is often used as a synonym for being nice. But um, I want to go a step further. So while niceness implies a level of, pleasurable or agreeable behavior towards someone else, kindness takes niceness a step further. Kindness can be defined as a genuine and sincere way of giving your time and attention to someone else through compassion, time, generosity, and care for the betterment of helping others. And so kindness can be shown in a variety of ways. We can offer or show kindness in emotional support, giving time to someone or a cause, showing respect, encouraging another person, providing resources, or something as simple as just being there when someone needs you. And, by doing my research suggested that by showing kindness, not only makes the person we are being kind to feel good, but it also helps our own well-being. So it's a win-win situation of by us just being kind to someone else. So I want to go over with you guys just a few benefits of are good benefits towards yourself of just being kind and showing kindness to others. So number one is it increases happiness. I think anyone who has been kind just knows that's true, because kindness has been shown to increase your overall well-being and improve your mood. So the more kind we are, the more we tend to feel positive emotions. It just goes even to back to saying, the more positive you are, the more positive and good things you will see in your life. And it's the vice versa if you allow those negative thoughts and negative things to creep into your mind as well. Number two is it helps boost social relationships. And I mean, I think this is just true, and it's kind of goes without saying that people are going to want to be around you, and you're going to attract more people if you're kind and your energy is good. So people who show kindness are more likely to develop genuine connections with others and to feel content with other social networks that they're a part of. And like I said, I think that goes without saying that, you know, people are gonna want to know you more or be friends with you if they know that you're a kind person and not mean, not rude, not disrespectful to others. Number three is that it promotes oxytocin. And for those who don't know, oxytocin is commonly referred to as the love hormone. So that can help support your self esteem and your overall like confidence. And it also helps you feel more joy and can also help improve heart health by reducing stress. So these are crucial and important benefits that just can help us if we're more kind. It can help us like physically actually being more kind. And a fourth one is it also helps reduces depressive moods. Now, especially with the weather changing, a lot of people are going into those winter blues and they're getting seasonal depression. And even though those are temporary depressions, there are people who suffer from, chronic depression, chronic diseases. So by being kind to others, it can help you feel more self confident and energetic, which can help elevate your mood and help minimize any feelings of depression that you've had in the past. And I know sometimes, it's hard. I've personally have suffered from depression, if just to be vulnerable with you guys and real. And it's hard. It's not easy getting out of that. And sometimes I can even catch myself still being in a funk, but um You know who I rely on is Jesus, God, and that's who I turn to help me get out of my depression, and it helps strengthen my relationship with him. So I encourage you guys, or anyone on this podcast or watching the replay, if you do suffer from depression or any type of illnesses, before you reach out to a doctor and want to get on any medication, maybe try opening up your Bible. Maybe try getting on your knees and praying, because that's the first antidote before anything else. And that is gonna be my little preaching for today. I can't guarantee that'll be the only preaching, but hey, just saying, y'all, just saying, open up your Bible. Number 5 is it produces the helper's high. And I don't know, maybe you guys have heard this saying, but I know we have heard the term before, runner's high. So, but instead of that, have you heard of helper's high? And before I did my research on it, I had never heard of helper's high. So researchers have shown that when we do good deeds for others, our brains pleasure and reward centers fire up, kind of like an engine. It just sparks up, or kind of like a fireplace fires up. So being kind can create a rush of positive energy and uplift us. So while it may seem easier to be kind to the people we know, we also need to be mindful and take pride that we also carry the ability to show kindness to someone new. Just like I stated today, talking to almost this 70-year-old man on the phone, just showing kindness and being patient with him and listening to him, go on and telling me his life story. um I really believe he appreciated that, and who knows what can come out of that, by me showing that kindness, because he told me all of his qualifications. He's also a coach, so a life coach. So maybe God put him in my life today to connect. Maybe we're supposed to collab on something and do good things for the youth. Um, and so I also believe that kindness doesn't always have to include a dramatic gesture, right? Of care. It can include something like simply being polite to someone, or using a warmer tone instead of that attitude that we can sometimes have, or giving a smile, right? Or showing patience. Oh Lord, that's one I've been working on. Showing patience or gratitude to a stranger or a coworker can just be enough. Those are acts of kindness. So I want you guys to picture something right now. I want to go over kind of an example right now. So picture yourself at the grocery store at like 5:30 or 6 p.m. on a Friday evening, and you're ready to get home, change into some comfortable clothes, and have a bite to eat and just relax. And you can't wait to sit in front of the TV for movie night, right? And your grocery list is small, maybe just some milk, some eggs. But it seems like the entire population is just out that day in the same store as you, right? And you begin to grow impatient with the long lines. And of course, this is very frustrating now for you in this case of scenario, right? Because especially when you're exhausted and from a long week of work, you just want to get home and relax. So while it can be easy to give in to our annoyance at that, especially in this particular circumstance that I'm talking about, or discomfort with the situation that we're in right now, being patient, right? Taking the time to be patient or smile at another waiting customer across from you or in the line with you, or being understanding of the cashier when they apologize for the long lines or if they make a mistake, can mean more to them than you think. And just showing that act of kindness. Let's use another situation. Say you have a great friend who is dealing with some trouble at work, feeling very overwhelmed also with her home life and hasn't found the time to take care of herself, physically and mentally, like she usually does. And or he, vice versa, both. I'm talking to men and women here. So um your kindness can be something as simply as checking in on how their day is going, right? Sending a warm message and wishing them a good week, or just being there to listen if they need to vent about any frustrations or problems. Because at the end of the day, we never know truly what people are going through each and every day. Even our close friends, even our family members, if they don't tell us. So check on people that you presume to be your strong friends or your strong family members that are just, you always assume that they're doing good. No, you actually need to check on them because they may be having a hard time too. And sometimes people just need a listening ear, guys, and just to show that you care and that you're in their corner. You know, when I think back and I'm reading the Bible and I'm in the Gospel of John right now, and I'm reading different stories, but I'm just thinking of how Jesus himself was so kind and compassionate to everyone, especially those who mistreated him, who spit on him, who whipped him, who pierced him in the side and nailed him to a cross. But even his disciples, who his close friends, who disappointed him always and betrayed him even, he still showed kindness, compassion, and love to them. So I encourage us to do the same. Let's become more and more like Jesus each and every day and spread and show kindness and love, because it's free. It costs nothing to just be a kind human being. And before I bring this in and wrap it up for a landing, I just want you guys to know that kindness expands the more we share it. Being kind to someone else can improve our own psychological and physical health. And no act of kindness is ever too small. And, by being kind, it can be simple, but a beneficial act that we may often overlook sometimes or take for granted. And this is just your friendly reminder that just a little bit of care and compassion and kindness can make a difference. So I hope you guys got value from today's episode. I really enjoyed just, speaking about kindness and putting kindness out in the world. I really enjoy just, treating others really how I want to be treated. As silly that as that may sound, or simple, but it works. And um, it's more so on the person going through something if they are treating you in a nasty or negative way or being rude to you and not showing you with kindness. It's more of something that they're internally going through. So just keep that in mind to show people grace if they do disrespect you or treat you rudely, but still treat them with kindness and compassion. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great Wednesday and an even better week. And I'm going to pray about it. I've been thinking about changing the time on the podcast. Maybe we'll do like 1 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, I'm gonna pray about it some more because I do feel bad when I come on here late. But I just got other things I gotta do first. So either better time management on my end, or we're gonna change the time. So stay tuned on that, and just keep chugging along, guys, and spreading kindness. And the best is still yet to come. As always, peace, love, and blessings. And God bless you guys.